that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Me? What are you talking about?
Minecraft in the United States in one weekend made more money than Snow White has made globally after 3 weekends.
Blaming Minecraft for a Snow White fiasco is like blaming the ocean for a bad surfboard. When Jason Momoa's shocked reaction to Rachel Zegler's alleged comments went viral, it exposed Hollywood's most explosive box office disaster in years. The jaw-dropping numbers tell the whole story. Minecraft made $60 million in a single Saturday, while Snow White earned just $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, 2. Behind this catastrophic failure lies a perfect storm of controversy. Bitter on-set feuds that turned the coldest set in Hollywood. A star who admitted being terrified of the original movie she was remaking.
The Disney Snow White, faithfully adapted, would have made $1 billion. Everyone knows this.
And the shocking decision to replace the iconic Seven Dwarfs with magical creatures that even Peter Dinklage condemned. What started as industry whispers exploded into a viral firestorm that continues to burn through Hollywood, leaving Disney executives in panic mode and an actress's career hanging in the balance. The story of how America's most beloved princess got demolished by a video game about building blocks isn't just about numbers. It's about a complete clash in how studios approach beloved franchises that might forever change how Hollywood makes movies.
Rachel Zegler then inexplicably continued to post herself in an empty theater for her own movie. She's literally the only person there.
Let's dive into the mess. During one particularly tense moment on the troubled Snow White set, star Rachel Zegler allegedly made a comment that would spiral out of control. According to insiders close to the production, she compared Snow White's chaotic storyline to a poorly executed Minecraft server with no guiding narrative beyond random construction. Some sources claim she went further, calling the film as disjointed as a half-built Minecraft fortress full of holes. Whether she actually blamed the video game for the production's troubles remains unclear, but social media quickly ran with the story, transforming an offhand comparison into a full-blown accusation.
Meanwhile, the experience at Minecraft goes something like this.
The rumor quickly gained traction. Rachel Zegler was blaming a video game for Snow White's production nightmare. What made this rumor explode wasn't just how bizarre it was. It perfectly matched existing concerns about Zegler's attitude toward the classic Disney film. She had already upset traditional fans by publicly stating the 1937 original contained outdated elements that didn't resonate with contemporary audiences. In interviews that would come back to haunt Disney's marketing team, Zegler even admitted, "I was scared of the original cartoon. I watched it once and never picked it up again. Was terrified of it."
And so let's see how they fared against each other. The Minecraft movie breaks box office record with $300 million global opening, while woke Snow White slips again.
Never revisited Snow White again until I was doing this film. When asked about her favorite part of making the movie, her answer, the dress, left many questioning her connection to the beloved character. The alleged Minecraft comments spread across Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit, where they merged with these earlier statements to create a perfect storm. Zegler was even spotted posting photos of herself in nearly empty theaters showing her own movie, a stark visual that only fueled speculation about her relationship with the troubled production. To traditional Disney fans who had grown up cherishing Snow White, these rumors seemed to confirm their deepest fears.
Rachel Zegler then inexplicably continued to post herself in an empty theater for her own movie. She's literally the only person there. And do you not understand how humiliating this is?
The actress cast to bring their beloved princess to life didn't respect or understand the source material that had enchanted generations. Behind Disney's family-friendly image, tension between Zegler and co-star Gal Gadot, cast as the evil queen, reportedly became so intense it threatened to derail the project. What should have been a dream pairing quickly soured into what one crew member called the coldest set I've ever worked on. The breaking point came during the climactic castle scene. After more than 25 takes, Zegler allegedly grew frustrated with Gadot's improvisational approach to the evil queen.
Whereas the Snow White model is the message ad infinitum, shoved directly up your ass, and, most importantly, in the most insufferable possible way, like screamed at you.
While many crew members found Godot's darker, more complex villain compelling, Zegler reportedly saw these creative choices as stealing her spotlight in crucial moments. The situation exploded when Zegler confronted Godot in front of the entire crew, reportedly raising her voice to accuse the Wonder Woman star of deviating from the script and breaking the rhythm of the scene. This clash revealed a fundamental difference in vision. Zegler pushing for a modernized Snow White centered on her character's journey, while Godot created a layered villain with psychological depth rarely seen in Disney films.
Snow White, of course, famously played by the insufferable girl boss narcissist, who's just clinical at this point, saying that audiences will always line up to see her no matter what she does.
Premiere.
The relationship deteriorated so badly that Disney executives canceled the UK premiere entirely and reorganized publicity to keep the actresses separated during interviews. Press junkets were carefully orchestrated to prevent them from sharing a stage, with journalists instructed not to ask about on-set tensions. Disney executives expressed serious concerns about Snow White from the beginning. What started as routine meetings quickly turned into crisis management sessions as early footage failed to deliver the magic expected from Disney's most iconic princess story. The film underwent at least 3 major reshoots, with each round attempting to fix increasingly fundamental problems with story, character development, and tone. Each new filming session pushed the budget toward a reported $270 million, while creating scheduling nightmares for the cast and crew. The castle battle scene became the symbol of the production's dysfunction. Despite elaborate sets, hundreds of extras, and countless takes, insiders report the sequence simply fell flat no matter how it was filmed. This pivotal scene, the one that triggered the Zegler-Godot confrontation, might never even appear in the final film.
It got destroyed at the box office. Here's the box office numbers. The Minecraft movie made $60 million on Saturday. Snow White made $2.
Despite representing millions in production costs, what began as a straightforward update had morphed into a patchwork of competing creative visions. Zegler wanted a progressive Snow White focused on self-discovery. Godot pushed for a complex villain with psychological depth. Studio executives tried desperately to preserve enough classic elements while still modernizing the story. The result was reportedly incoherent, with each element fighting against the others. Disney's desperate attempt to salvage the film led them to delay release by an entire year, hoping additional time might somehow fix these structural problems. Instead, the postponement just gave negative publicity more time to spread. In a perfect twist of irony, Jason Momoa wasn't just some random actor commenting on the controversy. He starred in the very Minecraft movie that was crushing Snow White at the box office. This transformed what might have been a passing comment into a direct professional rivalry playing out in real time on the global stage.
And the cops had to escort the rowdy teenagers out. The Minecraft movie is doing something magical. It's creating a live audience reaction event.
When asked during a press junket about Zegler allegedly blaming Minecraft for Snow White's production troubles, Momoa's spontaneous reaction went instantly viral. Blaming Minecraft for a Snow White fiasco, he reportedly laughed, sounds like blaming the ocean for a bad surfboard. The off-the-cuff remark perfectly captured how ridiculous the situation had become while staying diplomatically neutral about his fellow actors involved in the controversy. What made this moment significant wasn't just what Momoa said, but the context. He wasn't speaking as a neutral observer, but as the lead actor in the film directly competing with and thoroughly defeating Snow White at theaters worldwide. His blockbuster success with co-star Jack Black in creating Minecraft's record-breaking opening weekend added considerable weight to his casual dismissal of the rumor. The tension between Momoa and Zegler reportedly extended beyond public comments. Backstage footage from Jimmy Kimmel's late-night show leaked online showing both stars carefully avoiding each other during a taping where they were booked as separate guests, with Momoa exiting the green room first and Zegler following minutes later with her publicist.
Encouraging to see a movie that decided to do the opposite of Snow White, which is, according to all available reviews, including from the people that I trust the very most on this platform.
Internet sleuths quickly noted the awkward timing and apparent avoidance, with body language experts weighing in on social media to analyze the brief moment when they passed in a hallway without acknowledging each other. The stark contrast between Momoa's carefree attitude and obvious enjoyment of his Minecraft press tour versus Zegler's increasingly strained public appearances created a narrative too compelling for social media to ignore. The numbers tell a brutal story no PR spin could disguise. Snow White cost Disney around $270 million, but earned just $42 million domestically in its opening weekend, and another $44 million internationally. After 3 weeks, the film had barely reached $169 million worldwide, not enough to cover its production budget, let alone turn a profit. Meanwhile, Warner Bros.' Minecraft starring Mamoa and Jack Black exploded with a $163 million domestic opening and $313 million globally in its first weekend alone.
In contrast to Snow White, I was really expecting the Minecraft movie to bury Snow White. I was expecting it to bury it, and it has.
The Saturday comparisons were particularly painful. Minecraft made $60 million on Saturday. Snow White made $2 million. By its third weekend, Minecraft had passed $700 million worldwide, while Snow White continued to slide down the charts. Theater managers reported packed houses for Minecraft with enthusiastic audiences cheering throughout showings. One described it as creating a live audience reaction event, a communal experience increasingly rare in the streaming era. In stark contrast, Snow White screenings had rows of empty seats despite Disney's aggressive marketing. Videos on social media showed the difference. Minecraft theaters filled with excited viewers reacting together versus Snow White screenings where scattered groups checked phones or left early. One viral TikTok showed a theater employee panning across an empty Snow White screening, captioned simply, "This is just sad."
And a couple of months ago, we had heard that if Snow White didn't do good at the box office, feminist films were going to struggle, like Frozen 3 might not end up happening.
For Disney executives, the Minecraft comparison had transformed from an absurd rumor into painful reality. The very game Zegler had allegedly mocked was now delivering exactly the entertainment experience Snow White failed to provide, despite having twice the budget and Hollywood's most powerful studio behind it. Snow White's failure came down to a fundamental miscalculation about what audiences want from beloved classics. While Minecraft embraced being silly fun for kids without preaching, Snow White got caught in an uncomfortable middle ground, trying to honor nostalgic elements while dramatically reinventing core aspects that defined the story. Disney's reimagining went far beyond subtle updates. They eliminated the iconic "Someday My Prince Will Come" song, downplayed the romance narrative, and most controversially, replaced the seven dwarfs with magical creatures of various heights, a decision that backfired across all audience demographics. Even Peter Dinklage criticized this choice.
And of course, this weekend, Minecraft came out, which has absolutely dominated the box office, done significantly better than analysts even projected.
You actually just erase the dwarfism side of it completely. If the story is offensive in its original form, then maybe you shouldn't tell that story at all. Don't change the character to avoid the problematic elements. The controversy grew so large that South Park dedicated an episode to mocking Snow White's reinterpretation. The show's parody featured a princess who hated her own story and kept telling audience members they were wrong for enjoying the classic version. The episode resonated with viewers frustrated by unnecessary revisions to a beloved story. Disney found itself in an impossible position. By trying to please everyone, they satisfied no one. Traditional fans felt betrayed by fundamental changes to characters they cherished. Younger viewers seeking modern takes found the result neither traditional enough to feel authentic nor progressive enough to feel fresh. The Snow White disaster represents more than just a box office disappointment.
But the theaters don't know what to do. I mean, it's so bizarre to have people there again. And you got to think, if it wasn't for this film, they were going to have to depend on thunderdolts.
It's forcing Hollywood to reconsider how it approaches beloved classics. The key question facing studios: will they continue forcing contemporary sensibilities into classic stories regardless of audience reaction, or follow Minecraft's example of respecting source material while still creating something fresh? For Rachel Zegler, the fallout has been both personal and professional. Recent photos of her in New York sparked speculation across social media, with tabloids describing the once confident Disney star as downcast and disheveled, a stark contrast to her previously bold persona. Industry insiders report that the combination of controversial statements, poor box office performance, and behind-the-scenes tension has created unprecedented challenges for the young actress.
It's easy to forget, with Minecraft mania taking over the box office, that there's another big budget movie that's out right now for Disney. A movie that cost approximately 2 times as much as the Minecraft movie, for the record.
Once promoted as Disney's newest princess, rumors suggest the studio has quietly canceled plans to cast her in future remakes, while publicly maintaining support. This box office catastrophe has forced Disney to reevaluate its approach to classic stories. Industry insiders say the studio is reconsidering how to balance modernization with respect for source material, after witnessing Warner Bros. Succeed by giving fans what they wanted, an entertaining adaptation that understood why people loved the original property. The contrast makes a clear point that's resonating throughout Hollywood. Audiences aren't rejecting remakes, they're rejecting versions that disregard what made the original special.
And that just goes to show you exactly what kind of core customer base Disney has versus what Warner Brothers has right now, and exactly how each business, how each studio is doing things differently on a very wide scale.
This principle extends beyond fairy tales to all beloved intellectual properties. What studios sometimes forget, explained one veteran producer, is that these stories became classics for a reason. People have emotional connections to them. When you signal that you think the original is problematic or outdated, you're basically telling audience members their childhood memories are wrong. That's not a great way to sell tickets. In the end, this strange rivalry between a princess and a video game revealed a simple truth. Authenticity matters more than ever.
So the film received a low score on Rotten Tomatoes, but 87% fan approval. The rankings were very similar to Snow White, which received a 40% critic score, 73% audience ranking. Yeah, right.
Sometimes the most valuable lessons come from the most unexpected places, even if they begin with an absurd rumor about Minecraft. If you enjoyed this Hollywood drama breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories from the entertainment world. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think Disney should have stayed closer to the original Snow White story? And what remake would you like to see us cover next? Thanks for watching.